I don't know enough about feminism to identify as one.
Of course I identify as a feminist because I believe in inclusion and equality for all genders. Yeah, of course I'm a feminist. It's the 21st century.
I am a feminist, yeah, I would definitely say that, but I would also say that a lot of other people get confused when I do say that. Being like a country Virginia raised man, I still have a lot of respect for women, maybe in a different way than for men. So
I think women's rights is very important. Yeah, and I think women should have equal right access to like education, job, something like that.
I wouldn't consider myself an active feminist, but I definitely agree with all of the things that feminists stand for.
To my knowledge, I don't have the true understanding of the definition of feminism, but to my knowledge, it's basically like the equal rights and equal treatment of women and men. And if that's true, then yes, I completely would consider myself a feminist. I understand that it's used a lot in rap culture and rap lyrics. I get the background of where it's used because of, if you think about some rap, they come from nothing, so honestly they don't have any respect for anything. But I do appreciate, people who can dib and dab in both sections. So like J. Cole, for instance, he can talk about some stuff and be like, pose on stripper pose, and then he can talk about some real stuff like, what is it, High for Hours, he was talking about Bush's elections and stuff and Al-Qaeda. So I feel like it could be a happy balance. I understand it's used overly sometimes, but I understand where it's coming from in the culture.
Awesome. I guess we shouldn't listen to it because it's like kind of supporting that industry and that person specifically. So I'm gonna go with no. We should not.
Yes. I think that it is still negative in a lot of ways because we still have the problem where women are like constantly objectified. So I love rap music, but I am very aware of like what I'm listening to, and sometimes I do get upset when I'm listening to a song that's like very misogynistic. And so I definitely am like against that. So
Like some of the songs, they talking about like sex, drug stuff, and I don't think like you can attractive like the attention to clip and listen to that music, but it is not a good way to like broadcast the content of
in rap
discrimination.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I know that like as someone who listens to hip hop and R&B a lot, when I sing along with those lyrics or something, to me it's sort of like a reclaiming of it. When I not necessarily embrace the misogyny, but embrace the language as something that I can say and not celebrate, but kind of just sing along with on my own terms. So I guess that would be like the way that I personally cope with that.
Which is very common, coping.
And I think like with rap and hip hop, like the music is inherently about coming from nothing to having something, and like kind of rags to riches is like the character arc of hip hop rap music. So like within that, there's like that kind of that pressure for artists and that culture that cultivates them, that has them put themselves in a position of power, and one of the ways they perform that sort of like hyper masculinity is by using misogynistic language in their lyrics and music. So I think it's it's a cultural problem. It's it's more, and maybe not even like, it's just an inherent part of the music that is encouraged, and it's also like easy to fit within your rhyme scheme. Like bitch rhymes with a lot of things, but also a lot of things rhyme with a lot of things. So it's it's not language you have to use, but language that is has become par for the course for hip hop. So I think if we want to change the lyrics, we got to change the culture first.
Awesome.
I'm aware of it. And without saying that it's okay, I'm not saying that it's okay,
it is something that I think is going to continue happening if we keep treating it as it's happening because it's happening. It's idealized in a sort of way in hip-hop culture to have that attitude. And obviously I can't speak for those that actually have that attitude, but I think it's a problem. I don't have a solution for it because I don't think that's what makes it such a controversy. It's hard to find those rules. And I think it is personal. It starts from a personal basis, and it starts from how you believe and how you feel about it. And simply that cognitive dissonance has to do with if your behaviors actually truly match your values. If you claim to be a cigarette smoker or claim to be off cigarettes, and someone asks you, how many, is it easy to stop smoking cigarettes? And you're like, yeah, I've done it 18 times. Cognitive dissonance is easy to have, and I think that is very personal. In terms of if you should listen to the music, listen to the damn music, you know? Like, be able to listen to whatever you want to, and if it affects you on a personal basis, that's where it shows different.
Definitely, like, whenever I hear something like that, like, it annoys me, but not enough where I would want to do something. But I definitely think, like, even though it's like so prevalent, it shouldn't be like, yeah, okay, like Drake does it, but like that doesn't mean like whoever else should be able to do it. So it like, I think if like someone takes a stand like against it, then like sure, it's accepted now, but it shouldn't be, if that makes sense.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
I don't know, I feel like people like breeze over them a lot of times, that it's not taken like as seriously as it should be. Yeah, I think if you would just stop listening to it, it'd kind of be like giving the other side a win, you know? Like, they drive you out of doing something you enjoy, so if you listen to it, kind of twist the words, make it something that is empowering instead, you like definitely take that win for yourself and for feminism.
Wow.
Personally, I think that it's become normal, and I'm not saying that's right because I don't believe that it is, but I think that it's become normal, and that's why people continue to do it, because that's the normalcy in rap songs, and that needs to change, quite frankly. So.